Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel, tragic.
Welcome to
Podcast.
Welcome to
Podcast.
Cheeky Shenanigans.
Podcast.
You mean shenanigans? No! Talk about shenanigans, bro. Shenanigans, right?
Welcome to
Cheeky Shenanigans.
Oh, you made it.
Can you hear me?
They're cheeky and fun.
Welcome to
1 second.
Podcast. There we go.
There we go. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
It's funny because I just got a knock on my door like 3 minutes ago from the Census Bureau. Podcast. Apparently they don't mess around because I got letters in the mail saying, you know, I need to fill it out or they'll have someone come to the door, and I didn't believe them, and apparently they take the shit seriously.
No way.
A nice little old lady. But
Okay. Wow. Okay, I need to start taking that kind of stuff. You know what I've been turning down that I haven't been filling out is jury duty.
I've always wanted to do that. You never wanted to do that?
Oh, I always wanted to do it, but it was always the worst time they asked me. Like when my friend turned 18, she got asked to do it in Indiana, and they had her on a murder trial as an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
And the girl that was like murdered was young, and like her parents threw a fit or whatever. But ever since then, I was like, I want to do it. That sounds awesome. But then every time they've asked me, it's like been the worst time ever. So I just like didn't respond.
Do you think you could actually like make a decision on somebody's like life like that? You know?
Yeah, I know. No, I don't know. I'm like, I would be a terrible jury member because like the smallest thing I would like feel bad for. And I watch like serial killer documentaries sometimes, and I like feel bad for the serial killer. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
I just got done binge watching Mindhunter on Netflix.
Is that so good? I need to watch it.
You haven't watched it yet either? That whole Ed Kemper guy, he's crazy. The guy
Okay,
that,
yeah.
like, do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the guy that bones heads, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard.
It's pretty gruesome on there. It's crazy.
I like love that kind of shit though.
Yeah, I've recently gotten into it like over the years watching, because it's kind of interesting having a person like just kill random people, you know?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, and then they just act normal, like Ted Bundy, you know?
Yeah, I watched that. I watched his little Hulu documentary.
Did you watch the movie with that famous guy?
Oh yeah, Zac Efron. Yeah.
Yeah, the hot one. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Active. I was like, okay, you could kill me anytime.
Oh. All right, so I wrote down some questions just to, you know, have some bullet points here. All right.
I love get your background.
You like that?
Yeah, look at her with a gun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Some
He said, don't touch the ass or I'll blow your head off.
a girl bought that for me. It was like $100 at like some Christmas charity thing at a
Oh,
bar.
What a bomb ass gift.
I know. I didn't think she would spend $100, and then she gave it to me afterwards. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
And you're like, okay, if you're begging.
Yeah. I know. It's my favorite picture. I like that one. Yeah. I put it up there. All right. So, one, I just did this as a joke to ask you if you can join my flag football team, if that's possible.
What's so funny too is like, I fucking would. I like tried to join like a powder puff team out here, and then I got too busy. So I was like,
Is that like regular like flag football? Because I know there's those
no, it's
girl football teams where they like wear lingerie and shit. It's not that, right?
no, it's like no, fuck that. I'm not. It's like female football where you're like legitimately attacking in your clothes.
Gotcha. Yeah. Do you play a lot of sports?
I did. Oh,
What?
I did. And right now, I've like in quarantine, I picked up tennis, and I actually just broke. Like I was taking a lesson, and I broke the tennis racket so hard, like
Yeah.
I broke it. And the instructor was like, "I've never had a student break their tennis racket before."
Is
And I was like, "You know what the fuck you're dealing with?" But like,
you got some like good arm strength, you know? Like, do you make the noises like, you know?
no, I think those are bitch noises. I'm more of a silent killer.
Gotcha. That's a good one. That's a fucking good one.
I pant really hard. So.
I've done it when I was a kid, but it seems like you have to have a lot of stamina, you know?
Oh yeah. It's not like, I don't know why people are wearing skirts. It's not like that dainty of a sport. You're moving. It's a lot.
It's probably to get, you know, the sexual aspect of it, you know, sports, girls.
True.
You know?
True. Got to get people in the stands somehow.
That's true.
I feel like people would not want to watch me. They'd be like, somehow I'm in pain watching this.
Yeah, that's another question. Like, when did you, like, were you a class clown growing up, you know?
I was, I mean, I was just very, like, social and very, like, wild. Like, you know, I went to Catholic school from kindergarten to 8th grade, which I hated.
Oh, really?
I fucking hated it. It was, like, such a, like, I don't know. It was one of those schools where they were like, Hurricane Katrina happened because that's the day the gays were gathering. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
But I was always acting out, and I had really bad ADD, and I had to go to like special classes because my energy was like distracting the other classmates.
Yeah.
So I knew,
classes.
yeah. So I knew that I had this like thing that kind of separated me from people. And then when I got into public high school, I was like, my energy was like accepted, and people were like, oh, your energy is like awesome. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I just like started using it towards like performing arts. And like every time I used it in performing arts, it just came out naturally as comedy. Yeah. And I just felt like when I got to LA, I didn't even know I wanted to do stand up. I actually came out to LA to do groundlings.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to be an improv kid. And then my teacher was like, no, you're not. Like, you need to do stand up. And I had a couple stand ups. One of the people in my class in groundlings, I actually open for him now sometimes. Trevor Wallace.
I haven't heard of him, no.
Yeah, he's awesome. He's a big viral guy now, but he was in my class, and so it was for Tema, and I was like, guys, should I start stand up? They're like, I mean, if you want. And then I did it, and I had a story to tell and a point of view, and I just felt like then I flew from then on. Like,
were you like nervous and scared to do it, your first one, or did you get any laughs?
Yeah. Okay. So my first one, I was lucky. I don't know what my bits were terrible.
That's what Craig said. He said he got lucky his first time.
Yeah. Yeah. Craig and I love Craig. Craig's energy and but we'll stand up there and just like make fart noises and scream. and sometimes people will think that's funny without us actually saying something funny.
Yeah.
So I think we were lucky in the sense where we were just like, I was out of control. Like yeah, and I felt like I was flying like free, and I was so excited to be up there. And I was just like, I think I was thrusting. I think I smacked the mic stand down and was like humping it. Like, I don't think I understood the structure of stand up, but I was still like, I'm addicted to this. And then after I started writing real jokes, they were bombing, and I was bombing.
Oh no, see, that's what I'm worried about. Like, I like making people laugh, right? And I like to like try to write jokes. And my buddy used to do open mics. He told me to do it, but I'm just nervous. I can't do it. You know, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, but you say that, you're afraid, but then once you get up there, you're like, oh, I don't give a fuck. I'm already up here. Like, once you say your first joke, you're like, whatever, what the fuck ever. Sometimes people get upset when they their first joke bombs. I'm literally like, okay, well then nothing can be worse than what just happened. So I'm in it.
Right. Like I see comedians like do their joke, and they're like, all right, that doesn't work. I'll just move on to the next one, you know?
Yeah.
Is that how it works?
Yeah. I mean, like, you get to a point too where you literally do not care.
Yeah.
Like, I think I've gotten to the point where like, I will not be upset that I just found. The times that I'll be upset, like when we have huge things, like I just had my Montreal, before COVID, I had my Montreal comedy audition, and I did great, thank God. But if I did really bad, that would have been awful, and I would have dwelled on that.
Do you have to audition first before?
Yeah, they invite you to, like, they have a select group of people they invite to audition, like, for the festival. And there's 2 rounds of auditions.
Oh, wow. I never knew that. So you got to, like, stand up audition to go be part
to
of
Just for Laughs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, did
For
you
new
make it?
faces.
Did you make it?
So COVID happened. So we auditioned right before
Right.
COVID. I don't know if I would have made it or not. I feel really good about my audition this year.
What was your audition last night when you ditched me? Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. Okay. So that's what's so funny is like, for me, I like will have days at time where I don't get any self tapes. And of course, when I have something where I'm like, of course I can do this.
Yeah.
Like I have nothing going on, then everything will pile on me on that day. I'm like, what the fuck, COVID? It was a self-tape. I signed an NDA, so I don't really know if I can tell you what I'm auditioning for, but
well, yeah,
it's very up my alley. So
is it really? Is it?
Yeah.
Is it for like a show or is it?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Okay, it's for a show. So you
Yeah.
have to do a self audition. So does that mean you like tape yourself? You know, and then
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, you're filming yourself and you have a reader and you guys are like reading your lines. And the worst part about self-taping is like you're in control. So I'll like watch mine a million times, be like, that wasn't it. And we'll just keep going for like hours.
Hours, huh? Oh,
Hours.
fuck that. All right, let's do another weird question. Let's see. Have you ever fantasized your life being like the Notebook movie, like every girl has?
No. I don't know. I'm in a weird spot right now. I'm in a I just got in a relationship in quarantine. But it's not.
Was it off Bumble?
No. Have you watched some of my stand-up where I'm like
I have.
on a sexual confused journey?
I believe so. I think I've been watching a little bit of your stuff so I can get, know what you're doing.
Stand-up's funny and hilarious because it's like it brings out the truth in you. And I like start doing bits where I'm like, I'm not gay. But
Yeah.
everyone thinks I'm gay. And then I started being like, all right, well, maybe I'm fucking gay. And I'm like, I'm dating a girl, but I'm not gay. And actually, right now, I am dating a girl.
Are you really? Is it like
Yeah.
your first time?
Yeah. So, like, the Notebook question is funny because it's like, no, because they're not lesbians. But, I mean, no, I always thought I was going to be with a guy and have a traditional life. But no, I'm with a girl right now.
Wow.
It's first time in quarantine.
Is that like it's not hard for you to like come out and say that then, right? Or like your family or whatever.
No, I've like slowly dropped it on podcasts and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm probably gay. And then like I'll get a call from someone in the Midwest. They'll be like, hey, listen to that podcast. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't mean that. That was like a bit. And then
Of course it is. Of course it is.
and then the Laugh Factory posted I think it was not too long ago on their TikTok or something that went viral. That was like talking about how like my perfect guy was like a guy who was sensitive with soft skin that had pecs with flesh over it. And they're like, that's a woman. And then like I had family that like, you could just tell us if you're gay because you're giving us whiplash. I was like, you know what? I'm giving myself whiplash. So it's like, it's not that hard to say because everyone knew it was like a long time coming. I think I was probably actually going to post it on my main feed soon.
Yeah.
Just so people stop asking, just being like, yeah, we're dating.
I didn't think you were watching your bits. I just thought, you were just having a hard time finding the right guy. You know what I mean?
That's what I thought. That could be still the case. And then you just give up and you go for a girl. And then maybe
that's going to be tough because, the relationships I've been in, the girls with, their feelings and want to be valid. Now there's like two, want to be valid for their feelings. That's, good luck.
You're like, and we're going to wrap up the podcast. That's it.
No.
Right.
No, this is totally perfect, man. Let's see. Who inspired you to do stand-up comedy? Like for me growing up, I was always attached to like Adam Sandler, in that type of era. You know what I mean? I know I'm probably a little older than you because I'm 32. Probably not that much. But.
Yeah, I'm 27.
Yeah. So, I mean, who did you like? Because people usually go to like all the old guys like Eddie Murphy or, stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm actually a big Sandler fan too.
Yeah.
A lot of people say I have like an Adam Sandler vibe sometimes, which like makes me very excited. But I like I said, I didn't know I wanted to be a stand-up, so I didn't really look at. Also, I like have to stand up and walk when I'm talking.
That's fine.
I like cannot sit still. So
Is that the ADHD coming in?
yeah, it really is. So I feel bad if you're recording it. I'm just like, and like,
No, it's totally fine because I post the video and audio, so I get use both. So
thank God. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I didn't know if I wanted to be a stand-up, so I didn't really get stand-up comedy before moving to LA. Didn't really look up to a lot of stand-ups, but when I got into stand-up, Leslie Jones was like a beacon of light for me, because Leslie Jones.
No, so I'm assuming she's a girl stand-up, right? Which makes sense.
She's so like I only watched I love male stand-ups, of course, but I only watched.
I was waiting for you to say like Amy Schumer or something.
No, I do. I like her, but that wasn't one of my.
Yeah.
Leslie Jones is this she was on SNL. She's just very loud. She had a Netflix special come out. She's just it took her till she was 45, 46 to get her break, and she has just been grinding her butt off.
Yeah.
And she was about to quit, and then they were like, Chris Rock was like, "Don't quit." I just
okay. I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched her Netflix special. Yeah, she's hilarious.
The girl in the sweater vest who's in the front, she was like, "You're in a sweater vest at 20, a cardigan." This is
she had a bum knee or something, right? She was, yeah.
And I think our energy is very similar. Sometimes I'll be at the Comedy Store till pretty late, and I'll see her doing a late night set. This is all pre-COVID. What am I talking about? What Comedy Store? But she would do a set at 1 a.m. or something, and just her energy would just still be just fire, and people would just laugh. And I remember when I was training for that NBC thing, I had to do really late night sets at the Hollywood Improv. I did one 12:30 in the morning. I just remembered Leslie Jones. I was like, yeah, just keep your energy. And I kept my energy up, and it was people really appreciated it at that hour.
Is there a lot of people there at that time of night? No.
And it's the front, their little front is picture a little kindergarten class of 10 people sitting very close together, looking up at you.
Like a special class where there's only a few people,
Yeah,
special class. Well, it just sucks because when you said that, because I have a 12-year-old daughter, right? And she has a hard time at math, so they made her go in a special math class. I'm like, well, it's got to feel shitty, being separated,
Yeah, honestly, and she's probably super. What sucks is she's probably super smart, and she probably just doesn't think she's at. I just remember thinking, oh, I'm not smart. If you're removing me, and I had dyslexia too, so that didn't get figured out till later. I wasn't reading, and I didn't really know how to read.
I don't know. Yeah. I hate reading.
Yeah, math didn't make any sense. I was flipping numbers and letters, and I didn't know I had dyslexia at the time, so I would look at everyone like they were crazy for understanding it. I was like, you guys are nuts.
I wonder if school is the same now, because I think about it math class, you can just use your phone or calculator or whatever. You don't really use it anymore. I don't know.
Yeah, they can just use their God. I would just be Googling shit out my ass if I was in 8th grade at this time.
My buddy was saying they should make a class for like an argument class, not debating, but when you're having arguments with somebody, teach kids the real life problems,
Yeah.
Instead of, did you ever have home ec? I had home ec. I don't know if they had it still.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we ever had home ec.
Where you had to sew a small pillow or make
But that would have been nice. That sounds nice.
See, that's the easy A class everybody wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay. So art was our easy A class, but I still got a C in that. See, I had straight F's and C's in 8th grade, and then I don't know. I literally, a lot of my family went to a private high school, and I didn't get into it. So I was like, whatever. And that's why I love my public school. But I had a C in art because I just remember it was a final project.
Uh-huh.
You got to draw a bird, and I drew this elaborate I thought it was this
blue duck.
It was a sneaker, and it was I drew a sneaker that was half bird, half sneaker, and I don't know. I thought it was so artsy and cool. I was I drew a Nike bird, and she was like, "This is ridiculous. You don't follow any of our assignments," and was yelling at me. And I remember just sobbing. think I still have the Nike bird in my house. And I'm like, fuck you to the art teacher. Honestly, if I ever get like famous, I'm going to write a letter on the back of the Nike sneaker, like the Nike bird, and send it to her and be like, fuck you.
Well, like art class, you're supposed to, it's artsy. You're supposed to do whatever. You're not.
Yeah, if I want to draw a sneaker bird, I'll draw a goddamn sneaker bird.
Sneaker bird. Fucking.
For God's sake.
Do you collect Nikes too? Are you Nike? You like Nike shoes?
I do like Nikes. I don't have the money to collect them necessarily, but if I'm at an outlet mall and there's a sale, you bet your sweet ass I'm buying them.
For some reason, I wrote this question down because I thought it'd be funny, but now that you say you're dating a girl, I don't know.
And now it could be homophobic.
No, because I wrote, have you surprisingly gotten a lot of dick pics? You know what I mean? Since,
I did. I have, though. I really have. And I enjoy saying that. I feel really great when I get to say that. I'm like, hell yeah, I get dick pics. I get weird things sent to me.
What is your reaction? Like, do you even try to open them?
Yeah, I just giggle. I'm like, oh, I don't like that.
Oh man, I would like put them on blast, I don't know why guys do that. That's what I'm saying. I feel bad for you girls because you guys get a lot of weird shit.
You get a lot of weird shit. I was being an idiot for a hot second too. There was a couple people wanted to send me shit like jerseys and stuff, and I gave them my address.
Oh no.
It was fucking dumb. It was real dumb. And I never received the jerseys or anything.
Did they send to your house?
Nope.
No?
So I'm like, oh, and then they just had my address. So if I die, I got a list. So tell everyone that. But also, it's cool because I post me in a wolf shirt a lot. Mm-hmm. And then I started giving people the UPS or the PO box near me. So people are sending me wolf shirts and stuff. So that's fun.
So you get free shit now.
Yeah, I get free shit, dick pics and free shit.
Dick pics and free shit. That's awesome life.
Dicks are never attractive. And I'm for boys too. I'm not against, I like boys, I think.
So you're 50-50 then. You're just trying the other side to see what happens.
Yeah, I truly believe that I'm confused and I just want to understand it. And I think I'm seeing a sex therapist right now too, which is so funny. But it's just one of those things where you live in LA and everything's accepted and everything's open. And then you just are for some reason, this part of me really wants to explore that. And it feels kind of right. You
did not do it because you went to college, right? You didn't do any of that in college?
No, I was in love. I had an ex-boyfriend, was in love with him. He was a billionaire. So it was was I in love with him? Because his dad invented voicemail. Okay. And he did. And that is true. And Cha-Cha. Do you remember when you texted 242-242 a question?
No. Was that a thing?
It's probably a Midwest thing. And it was fire.
Is it still a thing? Or did they get rid of it?
No, as soon as you could smartphones came out, Cha-Cha went out of business.
Yeah, I remember the 10-10-220 where you could talk long distance to somebody for 20 minutes for $1. Do you remember?
Oh wow, for $1.
Yeah, for $1 before awesome cell phones. Yeah, God, this stuff really put a lot of small crappy things out of business. I remember AIM. I had a flashing profile picture that was save a skateboard, ride Ryan Sheckler. And that was my main. Do you know who Ryan Sheckler is? Yeah.
My main AIM thing, and I would just chat with people.
I remember MySpace. You were able to do so many cool things to your profile picture, having cool skulls fly down, and you could put music on. I don't have MySpace anymore. Does anybody have MySpace?
You sound angsty. But the thing about MySpace. MySpace is, since I went to Catholic school and it was we were in 6th, 7th grade when that was there, they were MySpace is the devil. And I was MySpace is the devil. Oh, yeah.
Oh, kind of a Waterboy situation, huh?
Yeah. So we were yeah.
Mama said.
But literally, I never had a MySpace because it was the devil. But we all know. Now I'm the devil because.
So I went online to try to find weird questions to ask somebody, so I kind of just wrote down what I thought were fun, weird ones.
Love it. I'm here for it.
So the first one is, how many cows are in Canada?
Ooh, oh, this is Jeopardy. Okay.
Yeah, I was like,
Adderall.
that's a weird one, you know?
Yeah.
Is there any cows in Canada, or do they get all their shit
There's-
imported, you know?
No, there's got to be cows in Canada, but they're so nice. So I could see them being like, we won't kill, but maybe like how many cows in so like, I'm going to say 78,000.
78,000. That's a good answer. All right, next one.
What's the answer?
It doesn't give you an answer. It just tells you to ask the question. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. I'll just Google these. I'll take an Adderall and I'll Google them later.
Oh man, you get Adderall? That shit's fun for regular, you know.
Yeah. I literally took an Adderall just to watch a movie in subtitles the other night.
Okay, so does the Adderall like calm you down?
Yeah, that's why it's like, I don't know if I could say this. I don't do drugs like cocaine because it'll calm me as well.
Really?
It does. I think if you legitimately have severe ADHD, you have like, if it's actually a legitimate thing, it really like Adderall will it like takes all my energy and just like, it holds it. I feel like it just holds it.
That's weird. I went to Mexico in January, right before all this COVID hit, and they had a bunch of pharmacies there. I was like, I'm going to go test out this theory. So I walk up to them. I'm like, hey, do you guys have any Adderall for sale? And they're like, yes, 30 of them for whatever. I was like, I'll take it. So then I had a bunch of Adderall with me in Mexico, and I had a fun time because it makes me all hyper and like focused. I don't know. It was just cool that you can buy Adderall and shit at a pharmacy in Mexico. You know what I mean?
That's so wild that you could just do that.
Yeah. I was like,
and you said it made me all wild and focused. I'm dead.
I was like, I'm not going to get in trouble. I can just keep them, you know? So if it does the opposite effect on you, then yeah, I guess that's how it works. Because with me, it made me all like hyper and shit. So
you gotta sound like Craig. You and Craig sound the same a little bit. Has anyone told you that?
No. Well, see, here's the thing. All right, I live like, I don't know, like we'll say like 40 minutes north of Seattle. Okay, and then I had my best friend. We always wanted to do a podcast together, so we did, and I've been doing this for like a year and a half now. And I've just been learning as I go. He was the co-host, but in June, he recently just died on me. So yeah, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to keep going. So I'm like doing this by myself now. And I'm having fun because I enjoy doing a podcast and like talking to random people.
Yeah, you're crushing it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm trying. So when I talked to Craig, I felt like, we mixed really well because I was born in California originally. So I have that California vibe. And so everybody thinks I'm from there anyway. So when you said that, I'm like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
You guys like sound the same though, like California.
Do I have an accent? Is it an accent?
No, I'm just really bad at impersonating people. So actually just like, don't listen to me.
Yeah, I suck at impersonating too.
I like can't do accents at all.
So you wouldn't be able to do like, I don't know, like a bit trying to impersonate somebody then? I guess that's...
It almost makes it a bit funnier because I can't.
Yeah.
I'm like a British person would be like, bah, bah, and everyone's like, okay, that was a hyena. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, how tall are you?
5'10".
Oh, you're 5'10". Oh man, that's not that tall. You seem like you're like 6'5" or some shit. I'm like, oh, okay. All right.
What's really funny is I'm not that tall. But out of my friends, I'm very tall. And also like when I wear heels, like I don't really wear heels. I wear these like booty things.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like up there. And there's a lot of short bitches in LA.
I could see that. Probably.
Yeah. But no, I'm not like freakishly
like 5'2". 5'2".
5'2". No, I'm not.
I was gonna say, is there like because if you were like 6 foot something, because that's why I was asking. I was gonna ask, did you have like a height requirement for like dating guys? You didn't want anybody shorter than you, or
no one could. If I date a boy, you cannot be shorter than me.
Why?
I will not. I will not do it.
Is it? What? Why is that? Is that like a?
I'm not putting down short men. They're very hot. They're fun, spicy, hot. Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm like in between 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We would not date. No, I'm just kidding. No.
That bad, right? That half inch is a no deal breaker.
It just sucks. I just want, like, I think, especially with me, if I were to later date a guy after this, I think I have like I'm very like, I feel like I'm very, what is it, testosterone-y? Like, I feel like I need like, I need like someone who's tall. Like, I need to feel like a woman.
You need like a bear. Like
I want a bear. I want like somebody like I'm looking up at, and he's like, because I could beat the shit out of someone. I'm like, if I'm like someone's.
I know you can beat the shit out of me. Probably. I'm just a fucking skinny white guy. You know.
No, probably. No. But like, I want someone to be able to beat the shit out of the person after I beat the shit out of the person. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, I've always like worried about that. You know, because like saying you're out somebody. Like out somewhere and I have my daughter with me and someone starts shit that's way bigger than me, I'm going to get my ass kicked. And then my daughter's going to look at me like, oh, you're a piece of shit or something. You know what I mean?
My dad's a piece of shit.
Yeah. You're a piece of shit. You can't defend yourself. Well, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I always worried about. That's like one of my fears, actually. Like,
really?
Well, yeah, getting beat up in front of your daughter. That's got to suck, right?
She would never forget that.
I know. That's, I need to start doing some jujitsu.
Yeah, get some jiu-jitsu.
Go to the gym or something. Let's see. Another one was, what would the name of your debut album be?
Ooh. God. I fucking always feel like I'm like, oh, that's going to be it.
Have you already thought of this? Because, I mean... Yeah, you could. You put out an album, huh? Like a stand-up album?
Yeah, I was working on one too. It's hard right now because it's like you're on stage like every night, multiple times a night. Mm-hmm. And I think I was in the point in my career where like I was starting, my 4-year in stand-up will be in October, and I was starting to get like really like a lot of improvement. Yeah. And I was starting to get more things, and like I felt like I was my footing in the community was really starting to feel right. So yeah, COVID kind of took that, but I feel like, I don't know. I think something with I
feel like ADHD would be perfect.
I think ADHD would be it.
That I'd be like, oh, this sounds interesting. I'm gonna listen to it.
I feel like I would relate to every sexually confused, energetic person out there.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's got to be tough for you. Just trying to figure something out.
It literally was beautiful and tough at like it was actually like, I'm not kidding, like my friends my best friends in stand-up too that like know me like are like, we've been on this journey with you for forever. Like it is legit. Like, and if you were an audience member who was consistently coming to my things, it's like my bits are like progressing with what I'm figuring out. Mm-hmm. And I did a show one time at Davy Wayne's, which is like this bar, and I like cried on stage. I crushed, but I was crying because I was really sexually frustrated because I had an interaction. I had hooked up with a girl, and it felt really right. And I was like very upset about it and very confused by it. And it was just so real and so like, I didn't think I meant for humor to be around it, but I just couldn't help it. And it like all came out so much. And it's just like, it really is, it's crazy. It really is crazy. And I used to be one of those people who'd be like, I don't understand bisexuality. I don't understand. Like, I was from Indiana. I was like, either you're gay or not, or like, I was kind of ignorant about it.
Yeah.
Coming to a beautiful place like LA, where, by the way, people like look at LA and they're like, everyone's fake as fuck, but it's the exact opposite. Everyone is so real that you're afraid of us because everyone's so real.
I think people look at LA and they think of like, like Orange County, like the Desperate Housewives or something, or like Beverly Hills, and they think of all those fake girls or people. So I don't think anybody else realizes outside of that people like you are like real and not fake, you know?
Yeah.
Because that girlfriend at the time, I was like, hey, let's go visit, LA or Orange County. She's like, no, I don't want to go down there because all the girls down there have fake boobs and da 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 da. I'm like, really? Come on.
Yeah, come on. The funniest part is they do have fake boobs and they love talking about them. They'll tell you why they got fake boobs.
Really?
People will tell you why they have lip fillers. People will tell, like, it's great. People will be like, yeah, I got fucking tits. You think I want to walk around with a flat chest when I could be a fucking 10? Hell no. And you're like,
wow.
A
dime piece, a dimey dime? A fucking,
yeah, a fucking dime. So, like, it's just so real out here. And that's,
So when did you move to LA then? Because you're from Indiana.
Yeah, Indiana. My 4-year was August 1st.
So you've been there 4 years now. Was that scary for you to make the trip over there permanently?
Is nuts. I moved here with 3 suitcases, nothing else.
And there's no family down there, right?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I had interned. So I went to school at IU, and I had written. I worked so hard all year to get an internship for a production company on the Warner Brothers lot, and I got it. And so going into my senior year of college, I spent an entire summer out here. But and I had a renter. I was below the legal age to rent a car, so I went through a shady service called
25. Yeah.
So I went through a shady service called Rent-A-Wreck, and I rented a piece of shit, and I would fart onto the Warner Brothers lot every day, run insane errands, read so many scripts, worked my ass off, made a lot of friends in the city, but something about LA was so scary. It wasn't home to me, but I said, you know what? No, I don't care. I need to move to LA because I'm not moving to New York. Nope. But I was like, I'm going to.
It's like taking the girl from Little House on the Prairie and setting her in Hollywood Boulevard,
It really is. It's like everything that you ever grew up comfortable around is ripped out, and you're suddenly thrown into a pool of thousands and hundreds and thousands of dreamers that are all fighting for the same fucking thing. And you literally, I remember saying, I don't want to do this, but I absolutely have. There's something that was you have to do this.
Right.
And I mean, best decision I've ever made in my entire life. And it's scary. You follow a dream. You don't you're following a career path with no 401k, with no nothing, no stability.
Yeah.
It is purely off a dream. You're chasing a dream.
Yeah, that's what Craig was saying. He's putting all of his eggs in the basket and then just rolling with it, And
I think that is the most beautiful thing in the entire fucking world. And I think a lot of people don't have strong passions like that.
Yeah.
And when you have it, and when you find something that you're I have to do this, I think you should put all your eggs in the basket. I think after this year especially, what the fuck? Who the fuck knows if tomorrow we're going to die?
Sucks, man. I hate this year.
I know, but it's
shit on my face all the time. I'm just done with it.
I know. But it's this is the fucking year that woke us up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if tomorrow they were we have 2 weeks until a nuke is coming. I would not react.
Or fucking an asteroid.
I would not be shocked. Would you?
Yeah. No, I've been waiting for it, or this whole alien talk they've been declassifying and shit.
Yeah, so it's that kind of shit where it's why not put all your fucking eggs in one basket? What the fuck is there to okay, I don't give I don't know. And then that's why I love Craig, and that's why our community, I think the comedy community is so strong. Mm-hmm. Is because we all have put all of our eggs in one basket, and we all just fucking connect over that.
So do you have merch and shit too, or do you not have any of that yet?
No, I don't have any of that yet, only because I'm wearing my friend Gabby's merch, by the way. Do you know Gabby?
No, see, like Craig was saying when I was talking to him, I gave him a question about, have you watched that show on Amazon where it's Rebel Wilson with all these Australian comedians, and they put him in a room, and then they win $100,000, whoever's there, the last one standing, without laughing, because they have to try to make each other laugh. Then whoever laughs is eliminated, right?
That's so fun.
So I was asking him, which comedians would you choose? And he threw you out there. So when I was thinking, who else could I talk to? I was like, well, he said Audrey Stewart. I'll hit her up on Instagram.
Oh my God, I love Craig.
Yeah.
I would lose if Craig was. I would get out first. I think everyone. I think so many of my stand-up friends. They're so funny. I just like that's. I love going to shows that I'm like. I love being on shows because I like to stay till the end, and I'm so obnoxious because I'm just like cackling for like 2 hours straight.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. Do you get heckled a lot, or you're not?
Yeah, I actually my stand-up encourages heckling on accident.
Does?
Yeah, it's an accident though. It's like I opened for like what I said. I opened for my friend Trevor in Boston, and he's got a really rowdy crowd, very fun. And I like ask a lot of questions in my sets, and like indirectly a lot to women.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're a drunk woman and I'm asking you a question, then you think that you're invited to then continuously. But like me and that woman, like I'm like I love to connect.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll like really like connect with a lot of drunk people and like, or a lot of ADHD people. And those are actually the people that would heckle the most energetic and then the drunks. So I honestly don't mind it. Like the only time I would mind it, like I said, is if I was in a major showcase or an audition or I'm taping something, or I'm working my type 5 for late night. Like I can't have heckles do that. I can't have hecklers when I'm working my late night set because then it's like you just fucked up my 5 minutes, and now I'm done for the night. Like now I can't practice.
Yeah, when I go to like comedy shows and I see people like talking or trying to heckle, I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah, shut the fuck. But like a lot of times I have the energy where people like believe it's okay, and I understand that I can give that off. So like I'll like one of the things I worked on the most when I hit all these open mics is like improvised situations.
Yeah. Like I remember it was I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, I went and saw Bobby Lee live in Seattle, and I went with my best friend, and he had an opener, and I can't remember his name, but for some reason he had like long hair and he was tall. So for some reason I keep thinking it's Chris D'Elia, but I don't think Chris D'Elia ever opened up for Bobby.
He could have.
And I'm sitting there, and he like calls me out, and he's like, "Hey, what tattoos do you have on your arm?" I'm like, "Oh shit, I don't know. I got shit on my arm." He's like, "Oh, okay, you got shit in your arm." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Fuck, you got me." So I mean, I think it's okay when comedians call you out. I don't want to be like, "Oh, hey, that's funny," you know. I don't know. You know?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. You don't ever want to heck. I mean, because it's a lot of people don't understand like I said, I invite people in first, and then a lot of people will like, depending on the energy, like come back. Because I won't put a heckler down. I'll like often like come up with them. So if someone heckles me, I'll match their level and say something to make them feel like validated for what they just said.
Yeah.
I just like don't know how to roast someone like that, nor do I want to. Like if I'm ever gonna put anything down in my sets myself. I love deprecation. I love self-deprecation. And I think people are like, why would you self-deprecate? Because honestly, deprecation makes me love myself more. Like when I deprecate that part of me, I feel great. And I feel proud of having that part, which is weird. But
can I be honest with you? I do not know what that word fucking means when you say it. I'm like, should I act like I know it? No, I don't know what it means. I don't know.
Self-deprecation is when you like Schumer is a big self-deprecator where you like put yourself down. So like,
okay, I gotcha.
I'll be like, I have kite surfing arms, like that kind of shit. And so like,
I got it. That bit. That's a good one. Kite surfing arms. That was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And that's a good one.
Did you, before COVID, did you ever go to the Comedy Store a lot then?
Yeah, I
feel like that's like the main hub out of the United States. All the comedians want to go to, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I've gotten lucky with my bookings. I'm not like a paid regular at the Comedy Store or anything, but I booked a lot of shows in the Belly Room. I love the Belly Room. My audition for Montreal was in the Belly Room, which was a huge advantage.
Is the Belly Room like the startup room for comedians to go to, or is it?
I'd say it's like just as equally, like it sells out. It's more intimate. It's a lot of like unpaid regulars are given more opportunity there.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more people are scouted out from the Belly Room. I got scouted out. Actually, I got scouted out from my agency at the Laugh Factory. But
So
yeah,
you
it's like
so you never like got an agent when you came out here, or did somebody like recognize you and they're like, "Hey, you wanna
agents
be part of
found
the team"?
yeah, agents found me. I didn't find them.
Okay, so that's how it works. I've always wanted to know like how that shit works, you know?
I think that's how it works. I think people do a lot of really talented people do a lot of blind submissions, and I'm sure that works for them too.
Uh-huh.
I feel like for comedians and like they'll like come seek you out.
Oh, that's cool. Well, you did a good job because apparently you got seeked out, huh? I don't know.
Yeah, but I still feel like with COVID, I'm like not doing enough. I feel like I need to like post more videos.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with me, right? Like doing a podcast, I don't know what I'm supposed to do, right? I don't know if you're supposed to have like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and then like, are you supposed to like do a bunch of like self videos describing? So I'm still kind of like learning along the way and trying to get people to watch and listen. I mean, I'm getting there, but it just because I'm a nobody, I think it's a little bit harder to try to, you know, to get people to watch and shit like that.
Oh yeah, no, you're. And I don't think you're nobody. I feel like you're getting good people on there. What if I was like me?
Yeah, I know. I was like, and the funny thing is, my real name is Nick Carter from, you know, the Backstreet Boy. Nick
Yeah,
Carter.
I know. At first, I was like, I just got asked to do a podcast by one of the Backstreet Boys. And I was like, that's sick.
I know. I think I always think, you know, that helps maybe, and they're like, oh, that's not him. Yeah.
Honestly, you should still say you're him because I don't even know if I think I know exactly what Nick Carter looks like.
He's the brother to Aaron Carter. Do you know who Aaron?
Okay.
Carter looks like?
Do you know the funniest shit with Aaron Carter? Aaron Carter. So I went to Indiana University, and there was like a live out house my senior year. Like,
Yeah.
'cause I was in a sorority, blah 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 blah. and there was a live out house, and Aaron Carter performed at one of our bars, and he like came to the live out house, and like everyone was like saying like he's very broke. Like everyone, I bought him a shot even.
No
He's
shit.
like, he was like, let's do shots. And I was like, yeah, Aaron Carter's going to buy me a shot. Like, I want candy. And he was like, you're paying. I was like, okay, you're bankrupt. And like, he like would not leave the live out for like the longest time. And then like, we always are like, hey, remember when Aaron Carter was bankrupt and we all had to buy him shots and we were broke? I was like, yeah.
How long ago was that?
I graduated from IU in 2016. So probably like 2015. So about 5 years ago.
I watched one of his interviews when he has that tattoo on his fucking face now. And
Yeah.
It seems to me like everything he says is like bullshit or like lies.
He's in so much debt.
Yeah, he seems like it.
He's in so much debt. I'm like, dude.
I mean, I feel bad for him a little bit because I don't know, you know, being a child star, does it fuck you up like all the rest of them, you know? I don't know.
I don't like all the child. Oh my God, I'm dead. I like literally had the biggest argument with all my friends the other night where we were like, yeah, every child star is like fucked. And someone was like, Hillary Duff isn't fucked, you assholes. And I was like, yes, she is. I think she had an eating disorder.
Yeah. Do you follow Britney Spears' Instagram?
I am dead by... Oh, and no, but so many of my friends are so involved with the conspiracy with that.
Dude, I've been like watching him like, really? I don't know. It just seems kind of weird. She seems kind of weird on there, you know? It's just funny what she does.
I think the conspiracy of like her dad drugging her, like that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that too. Or then they keep saying, oh, they're making her post this shit. And then I don't know. It's crazy.
TikTok's like solving it. We're like, whoa.
Do you use TikTok? I don't use it. I think
good time on TikTok.
well, it's gonna be gone pretty soon anyway. It's gonna be illegal.
You think I feel like it won't be because I heard they're giving Microsoft a certain amount of days.
Oh really?
That's too much money. That's too much wasted money. There's no way we're gonna waste that much money. That is the biggest. That is one of the largest money makers right now for us.
Really? TikTok? I don't know. I make fun of the people that do TikTok because there's so many weird people out there making weird videos.
It pisses me off when we're out doing open mics and grinding our asses off, and then already rich white person does a small dance and gets richer and whiter and million. And I'm like, okay, cool. I just literally have been following my dreams forever, but you just swayed your hips and you are famous now.
Yeah, they got like 15 million viewers.
Yeah, that's the frustrating part.
What do you think? I mean, you don't have to answer it, but what do you think about this whole thing with like Chris D'Elia and like Brian Callen now? You know what I mean? This whole sexual predator thing, because I'm like shocked about it. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? Is it?
Yeah, it's hard for me to comment on this because the Chris D'Elia thing I can comment on. There's a lot of proof there, and like, I'm sorry, like you fucked up, like
when they say
you should have treated women better, and like that's that. The Brian Callen thing, I don't know too much about that. I don't really want to comment on it.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
Yeah, but like I will say, like, as a woman, I'll always take the side of a woman.
Right. So
yeah.
like my question is, I feel like it would be tough because there are sometimes crazy girls out there that will want to get payback somehow, and they could be like, "Oh, he touched me or raped me," and everyone's gonna believe her no matter what. So like, if that happens, what is the guy supposed to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's tough. I'm like, fuck, man, that's gotta suck.
Yeah, it's such a tricky thing, and you just like it's important to have a voice as a comedian, obviously, because all you do is share your own voice. So
yeah,
for me, it's hard for me to use my voice to comment because I just don't really like Chris Lee. I can comment on that. There's proof, and I believe the women. And
now, when they say like he's grooming, I've been trying to figure out what that means. Do you know he was like talking to him when they were younger and then trying to date him when they were old enough? Is that what that means, kind of?
I think that's what that means, but I also like don't understand that fully. I like it's just I don't know. The whole thing is. As a woman, it's like, you should always never doubt another woman.
Yeah.
And, so I am a woman and I'll stand by females. I do support females. I don't know enough about the Callen situation. I never saw anything weird with him. I never felt weird around him.
I do give him respect though for like making like a video because Chris, did it. You know what I mean? He kind of try to say something.
I know. Yeah. And that's, it's so hard for me to just.
Well, here, I'll try to bump up, here we go. Everybody. Okay. So rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10 of how weird you are. That's an internet question that didn't come from me.
Okay, wait, I can answer this so confidently now because I've babysat people who are on drugs.
Really?
And yeah, like if I go hiking and people are on acid, and the thing, and my brain is so wild where I just think of the craziest shit and I'll just say it out loud, and then like they'll be like, "Whoa, we didn't know you took acid." I'm like, "Not on acid, but like I'm matching your energy, even though you're on acid."
Yeah. Well, you seem like you have a lot of energy because you keep going around the house.
Yeah, I really can't stop. I'm sorry, like literally, like.
No, it's totally fine. I'm just like, where's she going?
On important calls, I'm like, oh, and I'm house sitting right now, so it's very nice.
I was like, man, you must be rich having a nice house, dude.
Like, check out my crib. I think I'm an 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. You know what? I like the weird ones because I fit in with the weird ones,
Yeah, what are you? What do you rate yourself?
I don't know. People have called me weird and said I'm weird. I'd probably go like between a 7 and an 8 maybe. But yeah, I think it's boring if you're not weird.
I think it's really boring if you're not weird too.
Because sometimes I'll just say weird shit, like when I'm around like my guy friends and stuff, and then for some reason guys always like to joke around about like, oh, you'll suck my dick or my balls in your face and yada yada yada. It's always weird shit like that, and I don't know why, but it's always funny to us. But then if it really came down with him to put like a wiener in my face, I would slap it away. You know what I mean? It's like all right, let's see. Two more questions. If you saw someone steal a quarter, would you say something?
Steal a quarter?
Yeah, like steal a quarter.
Still?
Yeah, steal. S-T-E-A-L.
Oh, you just say steal wrong. I like that. You are weird.
Steal.
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 No. Yeah, take that quarter.
Take the fucking quarter. Okay,
Yeah.
I thought this one was a good one. Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses? Yeah, that's a good one, huh?
Wait, that's so cute.
I
Little
know.
horses would be so cute.
Yeah, but they're not supposed to be cute. You're supposed to fight them, though. You know what I'm
I would just do the big one. If I could focus on you, I'll just. But also, that's animal cruelty. So, what kind of fucking question is this?
it's imaginary, like a sneaker bird. You know what I mean? You got to
A sneaker bird.
yeah, sneaker bird. Well, shit. Thanks for coming on with me and helping me out. I had fun talking to you. It was fun.
I have a blast. I love doing these. These are fun, and I loved meeting you, even though I thought you were a Backstreet Boy. But this will do.
Yeah, it's totally fine. I try to come up with like different questions so it's not boring to ask them. You know.
It was great. It was good. And this was fun. Podcasts are always fun when they're the other person. Like sometimes I've done podcasts and the person like doesn't ask questions and it's like silent. I'm like, okay.
Are they awkward? Does it get like awkward? I try not.
I'll never let there be a silent moment. So I'll they're having podcasts where I'm like carrying the whole thing. I'm like, whoa, but I like yours because you ask questions.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Well, I hope you have good luck with your female relationship now. And I hope you make an album, and I'm pretty sure you're going to make it. I'm pretty sure.
That is so nice, Nick. I'm going to pound on your door if I don't. So.
All right. Well.
You're like, all right, well, I won't.
You need my address? Like, you give out your address?
Yeah. Honestly, if I died, there was a list of people who probably killed me. So just tell the cops that.
So a list of people? A
list of people I've given my address.
So it wasn't just one. There was multiple people.
But I also, I move every year in LA because you know how it is out here.
Yeah.
No one's stable.
The comedy life, right?
The comedy life. We be moving.
Like Craig doesn't have a kitchen, apparently. Yeah.
Oh, I know. He washes his dishes in his bathtub. He's got an amazing deal, though. If I were Craig, I would never leave that place. He pays nothing.
Oh, that's so nice, dude. I gotta pay $1,400 for like a 2-bedroom duplex. It's small.
Okay, that's really good. What the fuck
is it? Really?
A $1,400 for what the fuck? I can't even get a 1-bedroom with $1,400. You can get a studio apartment where someone is shitting.
So it's way more expensive in LA. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, I think a 1-bedroom, 1-bath in LA is like $1,800.
Yeah, that would be like Seattle. I'm like on the outskirts, where it's a little bit cheaper. That's totally fine.
Yeah, fucking lucky. And I'm on my phone because my computer just shit out, so I'm about to drop. Is it normal to pay $450 for a computer that broke?
Wait, what do you mean pay for your computer? $450?
My computer wouldn't turn on, so I took it to this random shop, and they're like, "That'll be $450," and I'm like, "Really?" And they were
like $4.50 or $450.
$450. Seems expensive to get your computer fixed.
What kind of porn were you watching?
Listen, we're on a new journey, so my computer and me were not used to the things that were popping up. My computer was like, "Whoa, this is different. I'm just gonna explode because I don't want to deal with it."
I don't know. James is kind of a wild.
Shenanigans are
But yeah.
Good luck to you, and
and on that note, okay.
I'll post like a little clip before I post like the full episode. So I'll tag you in it with all your links and stuff. So if you want to share it, you don't have to, or you can just do whatever.
I'll share it. Of course I will.
All right. Well, cool. Thank you. It was nice meeting you, and then hopefully I'll see you up here maybe at some point if you do.
Yeah. I'll fucking see ya.
All right.
Well, this was fun. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Welcome to Podcast
Cheeky Shenanigans. Cheeky Shenanigans.
You mean Shenanigans? Podcast.
Please have a consensual day.